that Living the Diamond Life.
Yes, Living the Diamond Life.
On Amazon, or hit the shop tab right on misstrey-thatgym.com. Link is below. That Gym Enterprises, we moving and we shaking. We on the cutting edge as always.
We have great things ahead for you guys.
Great things. So y'all make sure to check it out. And if you have not went to our Instagram yet, the link is below. Go follow us, okay? And if you have not liked the Facebook page, the link is below. Go follow us and like us. All right, and share this video. What you waiting on? What you waiting on?
Keep watching, liking, commenting.
What's going on, Diamonds and Gems? This is your girl, Miss Trey That Gym, and you are watching Gym Spot TV. This is Diamond Talk. Every Tuesday, you can catch us right here at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But anyway, I'm here with my girl, who?
KGOLD.
Period. We are here to talk about that money. Let's talk finances and money. So, I'm going to tell y'all about my day. Let me set that down. I'm here to talk about my day a little bit and why it led me to talk about this. So, my gainful employment is banking, and so is Miss KGOLD's, okay? And so basically, I teach financial literacy because I just feel like it's something that is lacking and missing. It used to be a time in school where they taught economics, you know what I'm saying? How to manage your money, how to balance your checkbook and things like that. So now we're getting to a place where they're really not too much teaching us in the schools.
Yeah, not at all.
So now they're hiring or asking for different financial specialists or bankers and stuff like that, excuse me, to come out and talk to the students about that money, honey. So anyway, basically, today I was at a school. I did 4 different classes. All were seniors. And we talked money. But when I mentioned pay yourself first, everybody was looking clueless. And I think that was kind of alarming to me, because parents, we not teaching our kids to pay themselves first.
Tell us what you mean by that.
No problem. So off the top, before you pay anybody, before you pay ComEd, before you pay your gas bill, before you pay anybody, you fix in your income to pay yourself 10%. Period. Off the top. I pay myself first. Why? Because anything can happen. Discretionary funds are a must. And I feel like people have gotten away from paying themselves first because, of course, you know, hallelujah, my saved people, they're taught to pay God first. But you know that is a bill that you're going to do every 2 weeks. You're going to pay 10% to God. So that's a part of your bill. You feel me? That's a part of your bills. But you pay yourself first. I'm just going to tell you now. There's going to be a lot of church people in my comments probably going ham and off. But honey, I steal from Diamond Cut. Don't get it twisted. We'll go off on it. Diamond Cut. Y'all know Diamond Cut ain't going nowhere. I'm just waiting on the perfect time to bring it back. But I'm on Diamond Talk, so I'm trying to be a little more dignified. You feel me? So with that being said, you're gonna pay God, period. I mean, y'all, some of y'all been paying tithes since 1952. So you gonna pay God, period. So that's a part of your bills now. Get in the habit of paying yourself, because do not expect the church, hallelujah, to pay your rent if you lose your job tomorrow. You need a discretionary fund, at least 3 to, for some, 6 months of your income saved, or at least your rent saved, that you're able to bail yourself out without having to ask for a handout.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Come up. And I think a lot of people misunderstand paying yourself first because they think, well, paying myself first, that means that I'm gonna treat myself to the things that I like to do. That's not what we mean by paying yourself first. What that means is planning ahead.
Yeah.
You're paying yourself for what you may need in the future.
Putting that in the savings account.
Saving. That's what we mean. With that, we don't mean tricking off your money or buying things that you like. You have to have money left over from what you've budgeted before you start buying the things that you want and like.
There you are.
So,
period.
That's just smart money moves.
Let me tell y'all something. I was talking to the high school students. A lot of them were savvy when it came to business and money. But remember, we were with the Girl Scouts. It was this one particular Girl Scout. Baby, she didn't play about them dollars, did she?
She was
like, y'all, I don't know what y'all doing.
Frugal
y'all money. I call her Frugalista. She was like, I don't know what y'all doing with y'all money, but y'all frivolous with y'all money. Baby, she was counting and clocking them dollars. Do you understand me? I think that teaching money responsibility at home, it starts at home first. I had a young man in the class, one of them, who was like, well, I don't need to be rich. I can be middle class. My mom told me don't buy nothing on credit. I said, baby, you can buy more with your credit than you can with your money. Like, do you realize most billionaires are in debt? But they got good debt.
Credit can be a scary thing, but it's important to remember that you need credit.
Yeah,
you're gonna need credit to buy a car, to get a loan for a home, to do anything. You know what I'm saying? So you have to establish good credit for yourself, and it can be scary because you don't want to end up in debt. You don't want to end up struggling. However, if you understand credit and how to use it, then you can set yourself up to be good.
Period.
Yeah.
Like, speaking of that, you know, when they're looking at the FICO score, 35% is how you're paying your bills. Let's be honest. How you paying your bills, they're looking at your credit history on how you're paying creditors. It's basically them looking at if I lend her something or I lend him something, is he going to pay me back? Like 10%
and they
of
look
that
at
is
your
really
patterns.
your assets.
They look at your patterns.
So let's be honest. Yeah.
Like, are you paying me back right away? Are you paying me back steadily over a period of time, a short period of time, a long period of time? Are you letting months go by and forgetting about your bills and then trying to pay it back? You know what I'm saying? They look at all of those things. All of those things affect your credit history. How much of your credit you're using at a time. So
stuff like that.
You have to think about those things.
And it's very important for you to understand that you need 10 to 20% down on whatever it is you're trying to buy. So with that being said, anything that you can build equity in, it becomes an asset for you. You know what I'm saying? Paying rent is not the move. Let's just be honest. And that's why a lot of people are looking, especially millennials, old school and new school millennials, are looking to buy their homes in their 20s and their early 30s. Because they like, excuse me, let's just be honest. I mean, if I'm going to give you $15,000 a year just to live, I can build that equity up in my home. You know what I'm saying?
And that's a lot of things that I feel like parents don't teach their children. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I see a lot, and I don't know if this is exclusive to the black community. I'm sure it's not. But I see a lot in the black and brown community that we don't talk money with our children. It's kind of taboo, or even with other people. People don't want to step on anybody's toes, offend anybody, or feel like they're getting in their business by talking money. But at the end of the day, you have to talk about these things with your children or the young people that are in your life that you mentor or whatever, because they have to learn how to use their money wisely.
Yeah.
They have to know those things. They need to know about debt. They need to know, well, listen, if you go to college, you might have to take out some loans that's going to affect you in the future. They have to know, look, when you know, it's best for you look for a house, you know, as soon as you comfortably and possibly can, because if not, you're basically going to be pissing your money away paying rent.
And honestly, if you teach your children early how to save and teach them the value of ownership versus being a renter, you actually put them ahead of the game. Like, while you're young, you probably can deal with people knocking at your door 24/7, meaning getting yourself a duplex or a 3-flat or a 2-flat. Having somebody over you, 2 people over you, or 2 people under you if you want to be upstairs, so you won't have to deal with too many people walking up, you know what I mean? You charging them $1,200-$1,300 worth of rent a month. They done paid the mortgage plus your bills, and you got a little money in the bank where you can save just in case a pipe bust or something happens. You know what I'm saying? And also money that you can borrow into, or you know, take from if need be. And just because you get that one property, the 3-flat, you may get to a place where you stack your chips enough where you can buy you a home and have that 3-flat now rented out all 3 parts of it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that we need to get to a place, if we teach them young, see, they got youth on their side. And one thing people always will need is a place to live. This is priceless information I wish somebody would have gave me when I was 16, 17, 18 years old. You know what I'm saying? That do it now. Don't wait. Do it now. Like, or save now. When you graduate college, you will have the money to do blah, 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 da, da. Or the down payment to do blah, blah, da, da, da. Right. You feel what I'm saying? And I think that that's what a lot of us have gotten away from. It used to be a time in our communities where owning homes was important. We didn't have banks wanting to give us too much, so we had our own banks, you know what I'm saying? But we have gotten away, I think, the black and brown community, from talking about money, because it brings anxiety and depression because we don't have it. But let's be clear, like the young man who was talking to me, my mom said don't buy none because my mom said credit messed up in college. Yes, because she did not do it responsibly. Like, if I got $1,000 credit line and I know all I'm making is $100 a week, why in the hell would I be spending $1,000
of my credit?
No,
that's the number one key to using credit, is only spend in credit what you can pay in cash.
Hallelujah.
Period. As long as you remember that, you cannot go wrong. Period.
That's why she can't go with the period. You know what I'm saying? And that's just real, you know. And we get to a place where we're not talking about it because we're so depressed, and it brings on anxiety because we don't have it. We don't have the money. But how many know you need to have the conversation? Start the conversation. Because if you start the conversation, what happens is it takes away your anxiety, your depression, and it makes you deal with the fact of, why don't I have money in this social media stage? And I got a teenager in my house that love the computer, love playing video games. I can make them sell some video games on eBay, Amazon. You know what I'm saying? I can make them do some things. Only thing I want Turking is my money.
Period.
I need my money to work for me, shake for me, be about something for me. You know what I'm saying? Anything that starts on water or chirps or or on water, it depreciates in value. I do not need to ball out of control. My name ain't P. Diddy. I don't have white yacht parties. I don't need a freaking yacht. I'm going to your yacht and get it in. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We think of some of the craziest things that we really don't need to be thinking about. We need to be thinking about taking money and actually make it work for us. Ways to make money work for you is things that, you know, necessities. People will always need food. I don't care. People always gonna need food. Yes, in the stages of Uber, DoorDash, Uber Eats, DoorDash, and all the rest of this stuff, people need to eat. Period. Your best bet is to invest in restaurants or things of that nature. franchises and things of that nature, because people always gonna want to eat. Real estate, people always gonna need a place to stay. People always gonna need a place to rent a business so you can have services available at a particular business. So commercial real estate is the place to be. Listen, I'm telling you things now that I'm building those little plateau, little steps, little plats that I'm trying to get towards. You know what I'm saying? Having a business. People always gonna want to deal in business some kind of way. Business is everywhere and in everything.
And the reason we're saying these things is because the best way to use your money is making your money make more money for you. Period. And you know, everybody doesn't learn these things early in life. So that's why it's important for us to tell you to pass this information along.
To your children.
Let me ask you something. What age should you start talking to your children about saving?
I think you should start talking to your children about saving as soon as you decide they need an allowance. And I'm going to tell you why. If you're giving your kid an allowance, if it's $100 a month, you need to be telling them the importance of taking $10 of that money and putting it in a savings account. Taking $20 of that money and putting it in a savings account. And a lot of you may be thinking, wait, my kid, I buy everything for my kid. I do everything for my kid. Do you realize you teaching them money responsibility? Or I feel like a lot of people need to get an LLC in your children's name. Pay them their allowance from their LLC. Build them a credit line from their LLC. And instead of giving them debt at their graduation, you giving them a business at their graduation. You understand what I'm saying? I just believe that we're at a place now where we're at the best place in this moment in time that we can ever be. We're in a social media stage. Social media, you can be whatever it is you want to be. You can brand yourself whatever it is you want to brand yourself. You can market yourself wherever it is you want to market yourself. You can fall down tomorrow, come back a superhero if you want to.
And that's what's so beautiful about starting this information when you're young, because that's when you have all the time in the world to fall down and pick yourself back up and figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And I would even challenge parents to talk to their kids about saving even younger. I remember I used to get money when I was a kid for my birthdays or like on holidays when I lost a tooth. And my parents would be like, you should save that money. Don't you want to go to the store later? Wouldn't you like to get something from the toy store? And I had to think about it like, I would like something from the toy store actually. And it's something different. It's one thing to save for your child and do things for them. That's helpful. However, it's another thing to teach them to do it themselves, because then they actually appreciate the value in working to save towards something.
Exactly.
And it's theirs.
Exactly. And it gives you a sense of pride to say, hey, I did that. Ooh, I did that. And people used to always say, oh, you trade with the money when I was young because I can hold on to $1. Everybody else, y'all spending y'all money on all types of stuff. I would literally go out, and my friend Nicole can attest to this. I would literally go out with $20 and be like, this is all I had to spend. Knowing my mama gave me $50. But that $30, that's going in a savings account somewhere. That's going put up somewhere. And it helped in the long run, because it was times where things got so bad where it was like, okay, mom was trying to figure out how to make ends meet, and I had 2 G's in a savings account. Here, you can have this, mama. You get what I'm saying? We got to get to a place where we start the conversation. My black and brown especially. You know, my Caucasian brethren and sister, y'all a little better with this with your children. Some of us can get better too, because y'all bank with us too. Y'all can get a little better too. But however, especially in those communities, because it's a paycheck to paycheck type of lifestyle. And I'm going to say this. If that's okay for you, then okay. But don't make it okay for your child.
Give them the opportunity.
Give them the opportunity to know more. Sometimes I was watching this video of this young man. His mom, he's a sneakerhead. And he's always asking his mom to buy him the latest Nike or Jordan. She say, if you give me half on it, you can. So guess what he did? He started investing in stocks and bonds. And stocks, stocks. And the young man, he makes 6 figures a year. And he got all the sneakers he wants because he can buy his own sneakers. Excuse me, what am I saying? Like I was saying before, we're in the information stage. We're at the best stages of our life. You do not have to learn code. Remember, I talked about this last time. You don't need HTML. You don't have to know code. You got people that literally build apps already. You just buy into it. You don't need to know these things. See, when my day and age in MySpace, you have to know a little HTML.
Right, you have to know a little coding yourself.
You have to know a little coding to get up through there.
Website. You was basically making websites yourself. You feel me?
Period. But now we're in the information stage. People are sitting in front of computers selling this for 99 cents, $20. You know, and all you got to do is buy into it and change the color and make it your own. What am I saying? It's no reason with Amazon and eBay that we're not teaching our kids to make their hobbies work for them.
Let me tell you something. When I was in college, I picked up the hobby all on my own. I don't know how I came up with the idea, just to make lipsticks. I was a little chemist in my room, just melting my, doing my thing, making lipsticks. I would buy the canisters from Amazon and put it in a little chapstick container, and I could have bottled that and sold it. If I had the right tools and the right people around me, and if I had the right information, I could have done that. And that could have been my side hustle. I might not have had to work my first 3 years of college. So, these are priceless jewels that we're giving you. Dropping gems.
Dropping these gems so that you can give your children these little diamond studded gems. You understand me?
And let me tell you something. They're going to need to know these things. Especially once they graduate from high school and they start picking up these side hustles, doing hair. So many black women know how to do hair, or women in general. So many women know how to do hair. Doing makeup, selling products, selling plates. Do you know how many people I knew who could cook well, and they just decided, you know what?
Speaking of
every Friday I'm doing soul food and I'm making
Girl
money.
Catering. My auntie, she sell plates in Chicago, Illinois, Chicagoland area, Northwest Indiana. Go Girl Catering. When I tell you them places be off the chain, she be having fried fish, catfish. She be having chicken. She be having macaroni cheese green. So she's on Facebook as Earlene Poole. I'm gonna try to remember to link it down below. If you don't want to cook on a Friday and a Saturday, your best bet is to get in touch with her. Tell her niece sent y'all Miss Trey that gym. Y'all will not be disappointed if you're in the Chicagoland, Northwest Indiana area. I had to plug her. Also, really quick, what I want to say before I forget, 50-30-20 rule. In budgeting, I use something called the 50-30-20 rule. Some of us might not make enough money to do 50-30-20. You might have to do 40-10-10. It's still the concept. The way it works is, 50% of my income goes towards rent and or mortgage, utilities, car insurance, or my car. Those are your necessities. No matter what you think in life, you're going to need a roof over your head. You're going to want lights. Hallelujah. You're going to need some gas. Energy gas, that is. Okay? Then 30%, it includes your savings. 10% should go towards paying yourself first. The other 10% is your charities and things like that, or church. For my save folks. And then the other 10% goes towards your discretionary fund. Meaning, like, if incidentals and things like that happen within your household, you want to make sure you got at least a G in the bank where you can shave something off your troubles. Alright? And then 20%, that is your entertainment, your incidentals. Things like, you know, you want that hair right, you know, you want them nails right, you love sporting events like me, you need that. Okay, so with that being said, we have talked about finances. Also, go check out misstrade-thatgym.com and get the 50-30-20 rule.
Absolutely.
All right, diamonds, you are the toughest material on the earth, ladies, and there's none like you. To my diamond status gents, you no longer boys when you watch this channel. And to all my darlings, appreciate you, appreciate you, appreciate you. Mwah. Have joy, love, and be empowered in the 2019, baby. You be blessed. Oh,
subscribing. We want to hear from y'all. Like, what do y'all want to hear from us about?
Yes.
Let us know.
And if you need a little That Gym corner advice, you know what to do. We'll bring you into our corner and let you all up in our business. Make sure to do that as well. Send us some stuff at teamthatgym@yahoo.com. Title it Advice from Diamond Talk. All right, we love you. Mwah.